What's up, guys? So we have a very important update to discuss about, and we know that we joke all the time about that soon we will get Elite 7 mention, T13 troops, but this is not a joke anymore. We actually got T13 troops now and Elite 7 mention, or you can just say its fancy name, the Legacy mention update, but I will keep it simple. So now it's not a joke anymore. We have T13 troops in the game with Elite 7 mention, and this is a very big update. We have a lot of things to discuss about, and no doubt this update is even bigger than the Renegades update because it's going to change the game completely, at least for the 5 to 10% players in the game, the top of the top players I'm talking about. So without any wasting any time, let's just dive into this update. And this update is very big and they did a very awesome job in explaining everything. So let's talk about. So I will try to keep it as small and as simple as possible. So first we are going to talk about the biggest change, that is going to be our T13 troops. So let's quickly dive into them, and these troops are no doubt the strongest troops in the game, and it's not even close. I will say that T13 troops are about 40 to 50% stronger than T12 troops, and if you know the difference between T12 troops and T11, it's also quite big. So I will say that if T12 troops are about 40 to 50% stronger than T11 troops, then same goes for T13 troops. T13 troops are around 40 to 50% stronger than T12 troops, and this is going to be insane, guys. And these troops are very special, and the biggest change in these troops that I want to talk about is going to be their final skill. You will see that every T13 troops is a counter for the another T13 troops. So let's take a look at our bulker T13 troops. You can see that his final skill is saying that shooter damper. His final skill will inflict extra damage on T13 shooter units. So you can see that if you have T13 bulkers and your opponent have T13 shooters, these bulkers are going to inflict an extra damage on the T13 troops shooter, and this goes for every troop. So let's take a look at biker one. Bikers are going to inflict an extra damage on T13 vehicles. Now same goes for our shooters. Shooters are also going to inflict an extra damage on T13 bikers. So you can see that there is a pattern. Every T13 troops is a counter for another T13 troops. So that means that if your opponent is using T13 bikers, you can use snipers so that they can inflict extra damage on T13 biker troops. So every T13 troops is a counter to another T13 troop. With this, they are trying to force you to unlock all T13 troops. This is a brilliant business strategy, I will say, to make players unlock all of them, because if you will unlock all of them, you will spend a lot more than just by unlocking one of them. So if you want to be the top of the top player, the strongest player, if you want to defeat Yummy, you probably need to unlock all of them. Other than that, I have not a lot of data on T13 troops because there is just very few players that have unlocked T13 troops. So I will try to show you some battle reports on your screen to give you an idea how strong these T13 troops are going to be, but we have to wait for some time to get more data on this. So for now, T13 troops obviously are overpowered. Now let's talk about Elite 7. Just like Elite 6, if you want to upgrade your mention to Elite 7, you have to follow the same procedure that you followed from Elite 5 to Elite 6. The upgrade is 10%. Every time you will upgrade, it's going to increase by 10%. So once you have Elite 6 mention, you have to upgrade your mention 10 more times in order to achieve your Elite 7 or Legacy mention. And finally, once you get your mention to Elite 7, you will unlock one more Crime Ops March. So total will be 6 Crime Ops March if you unlock Elite 7 Legacy mention. That's all about Elite 7. Overall, a very massive update, and if you want to be the top 1% right now in the game, you have to spend a lot in order to get your Elite 7 mention in T13 troops. Now let's talk about some other big changes, and I will be showing you all the minor changes later in the video, but for now we are just going to talk about some major changes what I think are important. So now let's talk about the SVIP store changes. Now from SVIP store you can buy elite blueprints 75 gold helicopter fragments. I'm not sure about the elite blueprints. I think if they were available before or not, but I think probably not. So now you can get from elite SVIP store level 5 elite blueprints, unique prototype crate, which you can buy one for 4000 SVIP points. This is quite expensive, but there is no other way to get prototype crates except from season rewards or buying packs. So I think this is a good addition in SVIP store. And the final one is the gold helicopter fragments. You can buy one golden helicopter fragments for 225 SVIP points every day. So this is the changes in our SVIP store. Now let's talk about the most exciting change for me, and this is going to be the new Madman Smile store. And this is a completely new family store in which you can even get a permanent crime operation, which looks pretty cool, to be honest. So you need to get 50 fragments and you can buy one fragments every day for 10,000 family points. And once you have 50 of them, you can get a permanent crime operation. So it's going to be good for the free-to-play players that don't have any permanent crime operation. So that is good. And even better than this is that you can buy 5 cans of 100 energy from your family store. You know that there are thousands of events in this game and each of them required to use your energy, and at some point you're going to run out of energy, then you need to use your gold, and that was also a problem for me. So this is a very good addition. You just cannot do everything. You need to use a lot of gold in order to get energy, and now you can get 500 more free energy. That is very good addition. I have no issues with it. I think they've done a very good job. They could have done it even less and player will still be happy, but I'm very happy that they have added an app from which you can get 500 free energy every day. The next one, it's the Street Force and Mercenary. So now we have new Street Force, level 40 Street Force in your city map. We already have them in our season map, but now we also have them in our city map. And the new Mercenary, I will be showing you that Mercenary on your screen because right now it's not available at my, so you can see that on your screen right now. And these are the big changes in this new update. Overall, I'm not sad about this. I knew that they have to move forward in the game. I think it's more than a year since we got T12 troops, so at some point they needed to add T13 troops to keep this game interesting for the top of the top players. These are the big changes. Now I will be showing you some small minor changes in the game, what they have added, what they have changed. You will be seeing all of them on your screen now. These are all the changes in the game. Now, what I think about this update, I think this is a very decent update. I knew that T13 troops or Elite 7 is going to come at some point in the game, and I am honestly surprised that they waited this long to add this update. I was thinking it's going to be a lot sooner because the way they are pushing everything, I was just thinking that they will be like, nah, now it's time to get those T13 troops. So in 6 to 7 months we will be pushing T14 troops in the game. So I'm surprised that they waited this long, and now we have Elite 7 and T13 troops, which will keep the game interesting for the top players. Also, this update is going to require a lot of money in order to max out everything. That's fair because at the end this is a pay to win game. Now, changes that I am more happy about are the changes in our Madman store and the SVIP store. Now we can get 500 free energy plus prototype crate and a golden fragments for helicopter every day. And on top of that, all the free-to-play players can get a permanent crime operation skin by buying one fragment every day from Madman store. And this is pretty cool. This is not going to be super hard for you players. If you are going to buy this for 50 days, you will get a permanent crime op skin, and that's awesome. I think overall it's a pretty decent update. That's all about for this update. Overall, I will give this update around 4 out of 5. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, and like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next. Peace.